This is our recess equipment bucket. At each recess, there's a bucket with all of the equipment. Two equipment managers who will sign out the equipment. Students sign their name, take out the equipment they wish to use, and then at the end of recess, they will bring it back. If students are not responsible with the equipment or do not return, their name goes on a consequence list. This is our beanbag target toss game. You split your students into two teams. There's the blue and the yellow team. Trying to get it to land in one of the point boxes without touching the line. The second player then throws. After each player has thrown, they go to the end of the weight line, and the next player steps up. Each team is trying to accumulate as many points as they can. Students continue throwing beanbags until all beanbags have been thrown. Don't step over the line. The throw line is the white line. If a student steps over the throw line and makes a point, that point does not count. At the end of the game, students stand around the game board and count up their points. Any beanbag not touching the line would be a point for that color team. How many points does blue have? 10. How about yellow? How many? 3. So the blue team has won this round. Team players would pick up their beanbags and set up for a second round of beanbag target toss game. This is our hopscotch game. First student steps up, throws the beanbag onto box number 1, and then he hops over that box. Any box with a beanbag on it cannot be stepped in. On the way back, student picks up the beanbag. Balances, picks up the beanbag. If the student misses, they go ahead and just jump over box number 1. Picks up the beanbag and comes back. Students proceed until they get all the way to box number 8. And that is our hopscotch game. This is the game of ball hopscotch. The object of the game is for the player to roll the ball into the box they are on. Trevina is in box number 1, and to stop it before it gets out of box 1. The player then bounces the ball one time in each box without stepping on any line, and then goes to the end of the line and waits for the next turn. This player is on box number 2. He tries to roll the ball in box number 2. If he doesn't make it, he goes to the weight line and his turn is over. This player is on box number 2, so he's trying to roll it and stop it before it gets out of box 2, which he did. He bounces it 2 times in each box. This player is on box number 2 as well. She bounces the ball in each box 2 times. If a player steps on any line, that is a foul, and he or she would go to the end of the line. Their turn would be over. This player is on box number 5. He stopped the ball before it got out of 5. Excellent job. He then bounces the ball 5 times in each box. Steps over each line. The higher the number, the harder the game gets. This player is on box number 6. He's going to roll and then try to run through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the wind took it away. Sometimes that happens and your turn is over. She made it. She bounces the ball 6 times in each box. And then goes to the end of the weight line. And his turn is over. And that is how you play ball hopscotch. This is the game of regular foursquare. In grades K1 and 2, students use a bounce and catch. The player in box 1, who is the server, always starts with the ball. The remaining players stand in the waiting line. The ball must bounce only one time to the player, and the player must catch it. If the player misses, he or she is out. It goes back to the server, and everyone moves up. Person in box 4 goes to 3, 3 goes to 2. Play continues until someone misses. In a situation where the ball hits the person's feet, the person who did not catch it is out. You have to step back if the ball is coming towards your feet. The ball can go in any direction in regular foursquare. The object of the game is to get into the server's box, which is box number 1. And that is how you play regular foursquare. This is the game of around the world foursquare. The server starts with the ball and either goes to his or her left or right, and the ball must continue going in that direction. The server can change the direction of the ball when it gets back to the server. If the ball hits a line or a person misses their catch, they are out. If you're not sure who is out, you can ask the referees who are standing in the wait line. If when the person hits the line, the players are unsure, they can ask their referees who are standing in the wait line. If all referees agree, that player is out and the next player comes into the game. And that is how you play around the world foursquare. This is the game of battle foursquare. The server starts with the ball and either says battle on or battle off. If the battle is on, whoever the ball is bounced to must return it to the server. If the player does not return it to the server, as in this case, the player is out. Everyone moves up, and the next player comes in. The server begins with the ball. The server can bounce it to anyone, but whoever the server bounces it to, they must return it to the server. If a player misses the ball, they are out. Battle is on. It must go back to the server when the battle is on. When the battle's off, It does not have to go back to the server. When battle is off, it's just like regular Foursquare. If you're not sure who is out, you ask your referees. If the referees don't agree, two say yes and one says no, the two players would then use rock, paper, scissors to see who is out. Whoever loses the rock, paper, scissors goes to the wait line and waits for their next turn. If you hit any line, the inside lines or the outer perimeter lines, you are out. And that is how you play Battle Foursquare.